Good morning, everybody. Hello and welcome. We are streaming live across Australia and also internationally if you are watching from OS as well. We are just getting a few technical difficulties sorted. We're using the wrong internet browser. That's my fault. This is gloriously and unapologetically live, so you will have to deal with that, I'm sorry to say. Maybe dogs barking, things like that as well. We also may potentially have a delivery coming in during the course of this live broadcast as well, so please bear with us. It's our first one, and we're going to try and see how it all goes. First and foremost, folks, those of you who are watching, just want to make sure you've got picture coming in loud and clear. If you want to make a comment, by all means, use the chat box. If you want to ask a question, just preface your chat with question, and then obviously you ask a question and we'll be able to answer those as we can. In the meantime, I'm here. I'm Matt, obviously, for those of you who don't know who I am, and this is my junior gamer buddy, Charlotte, and she is here, and we are going to play a few games for you today and show you what we've been playing at the moment, and also maybe have a few extra surprises as well. If you have a comment on what you'd like to see us do in terms of play style, a suggestion on a move to make, things like that, by all means, again, pop in the comments and join us as we get straight into it. So the first game we're going to play is what?
Is
Spookies, which is something we unboxed a little while ago. We've had quite a few playthroughs since, so we thought we'd share that with you. It's a bit of a push your luck game for those of you that have watched that video. Shall we get into it?
Yes.
What do you think? All right, we're going to get into it. I'm just going to tilt the screen down so you can see and join us here at the table as we are all set and ready to go. There we are. We are all set. Again, if there's any issues with any audio or whatever, please let us know. You can see here we've got the spooky tokens all set aside here. We don't know what they are. We don't know what the point values are. We've got all the players down here, and this is a 2 to 5 player game, but you use all the meeples in the box regardless, just because that's the way the game works. And we've also got all the dice set aside here ready to go. Now, the youngest player goes first, so that's going to be, oh, that's you as a Charlotte. All right, fantastic. You can go first. So by all means, if you want to take the character die first and roll that one, and we'll get underway. Okay, so you've got the green player to start with. Now, if you want to move into the first zone here, it's got a 5. So you need to roll at least a 5. The risk of this game is you need to choose whether to roll 2, 3, or 4 dice. If you roll 2 dice and score 5, you score the first value here, 2 dice, 3 dice, 4 dice, and that's the amount of spooky tokens that you take from the board. Obviously, whoever has the most spooky tokens at the end of the game isn't necessarily the winner because the point values on these are all different and we don't know what they are. So you're going to roll 2 or 3 to get number 5. You're going to roll all 3? All right, you roll 3 dice
or
then.
higher.
You've got to roll 5 or more, but you only score a spooky token if you use 2 dice. So do you want to use just 2? What do you think, everybody? Should she go for it? No, we're not sure. All right, what do you think? Go for it. 2 dice or 3 dice? You roll what you want to roll. You'll go. 3. Charlotte, you've got to score 5. You only score with 2 dice. So Charlotte only scores 4, but that's okay. So it'll be my turn now. I'm going to go with the orange character here. I'm going to choose 2 dice to roll. And I scored even worse. I score snake eyes, so I suck already. That's fantastic. It's your turn, Charlotte. Off you go. The purple, yep, off you go. Now, you're going to use 2 dice or 3 dice or 4 dice? All 4. Okay, you've got to roll at least a 5, but only the top 2 dice count. So you'll roll. Okay, we've already got 5, and we've got a 6. That's 11. So Mr. Purple moves into the courtyard, and you don't get any spookies for that because it's 4 dice rolled, so you've got less opportunity. But you get to go again with the purple player. So now you've got to try and roll 6, or you can stay where you are. 6 with all 4 dice. I'll grab this one out of the way for you first. There you go. There you go. You've got to get a 6. You've got a 5 and a 3. Is that more than 6?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
That's 8. So you move up here. You roll 4 dice, so you don't get any spooky tokens, but you're on the board now, and that's when the big bucks start rolling in. You're going to go again. You've got to get 7. You rolled all 4 dice. You have got 9. Okay, so you move in here, but because you use 4 dice, you get to pick a spooky token. There you go, and you can go again if you want to, or you can stay there. You want to go again. You can use all 4 to roll an 8, which is there, and you roll a 4 and a 4, which is 8, so you move up and you get
One spooky
token. Don't look at them. Keep them secret. Keep them secret. All right. Are you going to go again?
6 and 5.
Have you got 6 and 5, which is 11? Is that more than 9?
Yes.
Okay, so you move up here and you get, you get 2 spooky tokens. So take 2 spooky tokens.
It's right here.
There we go. Good job. And you're going to go again?
Yep.
You're going to go again. You're going to try and roll 10 with 2 dice. Did we get it? We got 7. Now, because you didn't get 9 or better, you go back to 7.
Okay.
And you have to leave 1 spooky token here and 1 spooky token there. And 1 more here. Okay. So now when another player comes up, they can actually collect those as bonus spooky tokens as well. So it's my turn. And I've got Mr. Green who's here. I'm going to try and roll 2 and hopefully catch up. Yes. So I move in here. I rolled 2, so I'm going to take a spooky token. I'm going to roll 2 again, try and roll 6, which I didn't do. I did get 5, so I stay where I am and there's no penalty. But after my measly effort, is now Charlotte's turn again. We're going to go with the dog. Here comes the puppy. Good job. Puppy. All right, there you go. How many are you going to roll? All 4? You're going to roll just 2? Okay, so you've definitely scored 5, so the puppy makes his way further into the hidden mansion. You're going to roll all 5 again. What do you have to get? 6. Did you get 6? You got 8. So there's 8 and 4 and 4 is 8, so you move up 1. There we go. You're going to try and get your other spooky back, aren't you? Okay, you need to roll a 7 and you've got 10. So you move up 1 and you get a spooky token for your troubles as well. There you go. And you've got to roll 8. You've got 11. That's good. So you move up, but you also get that one here. And you also get another spooky token for your troubles. Okay, what'd you get? You needed 8. And have you got 8? Yes, you move up. So you get your bonus token back. That's good. And we get another one here. You're going to go for 10? Yes. All right, go. Off you go. Did you get 10?
Yes.
No, you didn't get 10. You've got 8 maximum. So 4 and 4 is 8, which means you drop down 1, but you stay there. Right, my turn. This fella here is going to have a go. But here we go. We're going to bring up the board. I've got 7, so he moves in and he gets 1 spooky. I'm slowly creeping back. That's no good. I go back. I leave 1 there. I am not doing very well with my dice rolls today, folks. That is just how it goes. Hang on. You got to roll this one first. Whoop. Uh-oh, quick. Better grab it. Again, this is live, so this is what happens. Sometimes the dice. That's all right. You grab the dice. Where is it? Where's it gone?
Oh, no.
Where is it? You lost it. This could be a very short game, folks. There it is. It's over there behind the chair. Do you see it right on the leg of the chair there? Oh, my goodness. So usually when we do these videos, we have the opportunity to edit things out like this out, but that's okay. That's okay. We'll make it work. All right. Up you come, quick sticks. It's your roll. Roll the dice for me. That's it, or die, I should say. All right, the orange girl's going to have a turn. You're going to roll 2 and try and get a spooky, or you're just going to, because you've got a bonus spooky here as well, so you might as well try and roll. Oh, well and truly. Okay, so you get a bonus spooky, and you
That's yours.
No, it's yours now. You used all 4, didn't you? So you're going to go with 2 dice, 3 dice, 4 dice. You're going to try and roll 6. You've got 6, 7, 8, 9. So there you go. But you don't get any spookies for that. Doesn't matter. You've got way more than I have anyway. Now, what do you got?
4.
Yep. So you've got. Is that more than 7?
Yes.
Yes, it is. And you rolled 4 dice, didn't you? So you get 1 more spooky. You've got to get 8.
5 and 5.
5 and 5 is 10. So you get 8. You get an extra spooky point. And we're going for 9. Can we go to 9? 5 and 5, and it's 5 and a 6 is 11. So you get the bonus spooky back that you lost before, and you get 2 more spooky points. I've told her that she had to let me win, and that is obviously not the case. What do you need? You need 10. Have you got 10?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. But
so
I go
7. So you've got to go back to 7, which means you put a spooky here and on number 9 as well. Don't let everyone see what you've got. That's okay. All right, rolling, and we have got Mr. Green coming up the field. 5, and he stays where he is because he needs a 6. I am really, really sucking with my dice rolls today.
And you only got 1 spooky.
I know. I've only got one spooky. I don't need to be reminded that I'm losing, Charlotte. That's totally fine. Yeah, just so we're clear, this here is my pile and these are Charlotte's. She is absolutely thrashing me at this point. You do need to roll that one first. You know how it works. Okay, Mr. Green, there we go. You're going to roll all 4. You need 6 and you've absolutely smashed it. So there we go. You don't get any spookies for that though. We'll get that one out of the way. Looking for 7, you've got 9. So you get to go up in here and you get an extra spooky point. Yay, good job. Good job. There we go. You need 8. You've got 9 again. So you move up. You get the bonus spooky from there. And then you get this spooky too. There you go. You need to get 9 and you get an extra bonus spooky off the table. What have you got? You've got 11. So you move up here. Take this one. And then you get more spookies. My goodness gracious me. You're doing very well, kiddo. You're going to try and roll 10. You're going to use all 4 to roll 10? My goodness.
Got 4.
4 and 3. Is that 10?
Yes.
No, is it? 4 and 3. 4, 5, 6, 7. So you go back here and you lose 2, 1 in each of these zones here. Okay, and then it's my turn. And maybe I'll get some points. Oh, okay. He's right down the bottom. Let's see if we can get him in here. Thank you very much. Pass me those. I'm going to roll 2 dice and hopefully we'll get on the board. There we go. I get another spooky point. Woohoo! All right, we're going to go again. We're looking for 6. He's no good. I really, I just can't seem to make it work whatsoever. There you go. Roll that one first for your character. Oh, you get to choose. Do you want to go for the puppy and try and get these, or one of these guys and try and get both of those? Who would you like? Puppy? Okay, going to go with the puppy. You need to roll a 9 or better. And you have done it well and truly. So you move up, you get that one there, and then you get 2 more spooky points. And you can go again.
If I want to.
If you want to, you can stay. Here you are. You're going to go again. You needed 10. You've got 11. So you move in here, and with 4, you get an extra 2 spooky points. I might as well just give up, I think. I'm not doing too well here.
I might win, actually.
You might win, actually, you think?
Yeah, because...
At this stage, this needs to be about 100 points worth this token here in order for me to win. You need 11, and you've got it. You've got 11. You move up here, and you get 3 spooky points. I think Charlotte's got the right strategy. Just roll 4 dice every time. Now, when you reach the top of the table here, you can't go any further. If she rolls 12, she gets the equivalent of here. So if she rolls 2 6s, she'll get 16 tokens and pretty much end the game. But it's up to you whether you want to use 2, 3, or 4 dice. We're going with 4. You need to roll 12, and you haven't done it. Your highest total is 6. Uh-oh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you've got to put a spooky token here.
That's okay.
Oh, here as well. 1 here, 1 here, 1 here. We're still going because you've got all the way to the bottom. I think you've got more than enough spare. 1 here. And then 1 on here as well. Good job. All right, my turn. I am going to be the guy down the bottom here again. I'm going to roll 2 dice. And we've got 9. I get my spooky back. That's good. And I get 1 more for using just the 2. And then I'm going to try again to roll a 6. And I roll 12. It is possible. I get 2 spooky points. Here we go. Here's the comeback kid. Do we go with 7?
No.
Do I try and roll 7 just 2? No? I'm going to do it. Yes, he gets 10. Moving up, grabbing this one here, and then I get 3 spooky points as well. I'm going to go for 3 dice to try and roll 8 because that'll give me bonus spookies. There's 10. I should have stuck with 2. There we go. 1 and 2, and then I rolled 3 dice, so I get 2 spooky tokens. I'm going to go with 3 dice to try and get 3 spookies, but I've got to get 9 off of 2 dice. And I fail miserably. I've got a 5 again. So he goes right back down to the bottom to the 5 here, and we leave 1 here. Hang on. There we go. You've got a wild again, a mystery. You get to choose who you want to play as. You want to be the puppy? You need to roll 7. You've done it well and truly. Okay, you've got all 5s. How come your dice rolls are so good? That's awesome. All right, so you move up. You get the bonus.
Yes, that's my spooky back.
There you go. That's yours. I'm glad you've got your spookies back. That's fantastic. All right, you've got 8, you've got a 12. So you move up here, you get my bonus spooky from before, and then you get an extra one from a pile. We're getting close to the end of the game because once this pile runs out, that ends the game. And you need 9, you've got 10. So you go here, you get the bonus spooky from me. You roll 4 dice, so you get 2. There you are, they're yours as well. Looking for 10 on 2 dice. Can we do it? Ooh, you got a 9. So you stay where you are because you've equaled the total that you're at with 9. So you stay where you are. Okay, that's good. My turn. I've got some serious catching up to do here. Little fella down there, I keep rolling this guy. He's not going anywhere. Oh my goodness, I should just quit while I'm ahead. Here we go. We should have just done solely cooperative games today because your dice rolling is really, really fantastic. Okay, I get my spooky token back, which is good. I get another one from here. Oh, 2 from there, sorry. Yes, darling. Roll 7.
I think all my dice rolling is because I'm in like rolling them on the.
You're rolling better than me.
Yes.
Your rolling technique's pretty good, I suppose, isn't it? That's good.
Mystery!
Mystery again.
I'm going to be the puppy.
You're going to be the puppy. You've
Yes.
got to roll 10. You want all 4?
Yes.
Okay, here we go. This is. Oh no! Oh no, Charlotte! You've only got 5. Puppy goes wee, all the way back down here, and you've got to put spookies 1, 2, 3, 4 on the board. Oh, that's the risk, I guess. That's the risk you take. It's a bit greed-esque in that regard. One here as well. One here as well. And one there too.
Daddy, I might.
Oh, look, I don't think it matters because you've still
again?
got lots more than me.
Yes.
Unless these are all 5s, which I seriously doubt, because there's 75 tokens in the pack, and they're a mix of 1s, 2s, 3s, and 5s.
And 4s.
No, there's no 4s. I don't think there's any 4s. We'll find out. But at the start of the game, you put them all face down, mix them all together, and only choose 50 for 2 players. So we don't know what tokens or what mix of tokens there are in the board or on the board on the field, I should say. Oh, mystery. I'm going to go with Mr. Purple here because I just don't want this guy anymore. And hopefully I can get 8. Good job. I know Blair's out there, but that's okay. I get 4 spookies. Here's the comeback. Comeback of the century. 1, 2, 3, and 4. There we go. Hang on, still my turn. For those of you wondering what that beeping noise is, it's not your equipment. Blair is still around as well. She's not camera ready though. So I'm going to go with 3 dice, and I've got to roll. What am I able to get? 9. 9. Here we go. 5 and 6 and 7. So I go down a space, and I leave one of my spookies behind. Just not succeeding today. Orange. Okay. Pass me that one. We'll get that out of the way. There's 2 spookies left. You needed 8. You've got 10, so she moves up. You take that one there. And how many dice you roll? 4. So you get 1 more spooky. There's 1 left. 1 left. You need 9. You've got 6, 7, 8, 9. You move up. You get a bonus spooky, and you get the final spooky of the game. The spookies remaining on the board are lost. And they don't count towards anyone's totals. So we're going to get those out of the way.
Can I count mine up?
You can count yours up. I'll help you count them up as well.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, 7. No.
I'll help you count them up if you're not sure. You're doing well though.
8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19.
I can tell Charlotte's already won.
20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26.
For those of you who studio, I've got 27 here. That's it. That's all I've got as a total. So looking at Charlotte's totals, let's see. We'll put them in piles. So that's 5 there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hang on, let's do it this way. Let's go 5 and 5. It's 15. That's 2. It's 25, 26, 27. So just this here equals my score. 27. Let's see what else we've got here. 27. That's 30. 35.
30.
Hang on. 40.
Here.
44. 45, 50. She's pulled all the fives. 52. So Charlotte is the winner of our first game. Congratulations. Well played. What we're going to do, folks, we're just going to lift this one up here for you, just so we can set up the board. We're going to play another game for you. Congratulations, Charlotte Juniors. Congratulations. Good job. Well played. I think all the times we've played this, how many have I won? Oh, yeah, none. I've won none of these games. We've played this about 5 times already, and Charlotte has decimated me. You've smashed it. Absolutely smashed it, but that's okay. That's fine. So what do you like about this game, Charlotte? Now that we've played through and shown everyone how it works?
Because they have little numbers, so we can actually see what... Yeah, and I can actually count the dots if I don't know what it is. Yeah,
it's good practice for counting, isn't it? Because those of you who don't know, Charlotte is a big grade 1 girl, and part of her mathletics and things and her assignments with her maths and numeracy and literacy, these sorts of games that are made by Haba, the company that produces a lot of these games, are designed specifically to help with not basic motor function, but basic literacy, numeracy, things like that as well, but in a great and fun way, which obviously goes down very well because she keeps thrashing me every time we play these games, don't you? So one day I will win a game of Spookies. Maybe when there's more players. I don't know. This does play up to 5 players. Obviously, if you have 5 players, we'll use all of the Spooky tokens that are in the game. But until then, I will be happy to resolve. I will be beaten. Absolutely. Absolutely. Just a show of hands out there. Which part of the world are you from? Are you watching from Victoria? Are you watching from another part of the world? Just pop it in the chat box and let us know that you're out there and that you're hearing us loud and clear. I know there's at least 5 or 6 different people watching at the moment, unless that's just me with my multiple windows open. We're going to set up a game now that we've already talked about a little bit on the channel.
Yes.
That we've had a few requests for a playthrough for. So we're just going to set that up while you are with us.
Yes. Okay. Bye-bye.
No, stay here. We're not going to go anywhere unless you want to grab a drink. You got it. It's right there. We're going to grab it now. And we do have something a little bit extra special for you as well later on today. We are going to have a quick playthrough of the basic version of Zombie Kids. Now, this is one we did a review for. It's one of our favorite games to play as a family.
Yes.
It plays reasonably quick. We can usually get in 3 or 4 playthroughs in a single session, which is nice. I apologize for the camera shake too, because I've got the laptop up on a stand for the streaming. It's shaking a little bit whenever we move around. Now, we are going to try and keep this relatively... Oh, there you go. Good game, Charlotte. You know who that is?
Yeah.
Who's that? Can you see who it says?
Yes.
Yeah? You say hi, Grandma.
Hi, Grandma.
Hi, Grandma. So we've got someone watching as far away as Yarrawonga so far, which is fantastic. We are going to keep this relatively spoiler-free for Zombie Kids because it is an evolution or a legacy game. What that means is that as you play, the game evolves, the enemies change, and there's other secrets that we don't want to spoil. So we're going to keep it very, very simple. You want to unfold that one for me while we set up? This is a cooperative game, so hopefully if Charlotte wins, I'll win as well.
And you know that me and Daddy were playing on the nighttime side and there's a daytime side on the other side?
That is correct. So why are we playing on the nighttime side? Because there is
2 players.
2 players. It's a 2-player side of the board. I think if you've watched... that's all right. If you've watched the review video for... Let's do this so we can see what we're doing. If you've watched the review video we've done for Zombie Kids, you'll know a little bit about this game already. But at least this way it's going to give you a chance to see how it all sort of works in actual playthrough capacity. So we've got the die there, we've got the lock tokens. It doesn't... Do you mind which character you are? Who do you want to be?
Purple one.
Purple one with the sword. We'll put her in start. And who should I be?
The one.
Always the one with the super soaker.
No, actually,
always.
It can be the one.
No, that's okay. Let's keep with tradition. Keep with tradition. All right. So put the zombies there for me on the side. Yeah, put one on there. That's it. That's it.
They have to be all different ones.
They have to be all different. That's it. Now we have to be very careful we don't show some of the other sides of these zombie tokens because we don't want to spoil any surprises of things that happen. I'm just going to adjust this one again for you folks so you can see what is going on here. There we go. Let's move that out of the way. I'll move this down a bit so everyone can see what's going on. There we go. gorgeous, just gorgeous. So the zombies are invading the school. It's nighttime, as you can see. We're on the 2-player board. Charlotte is the character with the laser sword. I am, once again, the character with the super soaker. Oh, Michael, welcome. You missed the ending of the Spookies game. It is no surprise. Charlotte here was the winner. I scored 27 points and Charlotte scored a whopping 52 points because that's just what happens. So yes, congratulations once again to Charlotte. But now I should have just done, as I said, cooperative games because that's what happens. Just forgive us 1 minute. Again, live show. So we have Blair running around wanting snacks. She absolutely whipped me, mate. She smashed me across the board. You missed earlier, I said before, with the Spookies, I'm yet to win a game. Yeah, she's she whips me every time with that one. Now, Zombie Kids, cooperative game. The objective of the game is to get to all the gates, place locks on those tokens, lock tokens on the board here, lock all 4 gates, and you win. It's not as simple as that because on your turn you'll roll the die, and whichever color the die comes up with, you will place another zombie on the board. So the zombies will continually spawn, continually try to smash you out of the park, I guess. On your turn as a character, though, you get a move action. And if you move into an area with a zombie, you can actually defeat the zombie and put it back in the reserve. Now, like most games that are cooperative these days, there are many, many ways to lose and only one way to win. The only way we can win is by placing those 4 lock tokens on the gates. If, for whatever reason, the zombies, we have to, say we've got zombies everywhere here, and we roll, and I roll. If I roll a blank, that's good. The blank means that I don't have to put a zombie on the board. If I roll a blue, and I have to put a zombie on the board and there's no zombies in the reserve, the zombies are over on the school, they eat our brains, and we obviously lose the game. Regardless, with this one, on the back of the book, as you would know from the review, because you've all watched those videos, haven't you? You'll see there is a progression track. So every time win or lose, you actually put a brain marker on the track. So you can see how many games you played. We're about not quite halfway through the campaign, but there's lots of tricks and traps and things. And as the board evolves, the game evolves. We can't show you the other side of it because there's things on that that are obviously secretive as well. So we're going to clear off the zombies and we're going to get into it, aren't we?
Yes.
Okay, Charlotte's come back. So she was feeding our monster. We've got another zombie out the back over there who is not camera ready. That's okay. That's all good. Yeah. If you listen carefully, you will hear the dulcet tones of Peppa Pig in the background as well. All right, Charlotte, you are the youngest zombie hunter. This is Charlotte. This is me. We're going to try and defeat the zombies at their own game and save the school so we can get into learning. This is the reason we're all in lockdown, by the way. It's not coronavirus. It's a zombie apocalypse.
No, it's not.
No, I know. I'm being silly. All right, Charlotte, let's do it. Let's do it. Roll. You got a green. So we put a zombie out on the green. You've got a move action. Where would you like to move?
Okay.
Okay, so you defeat the zombie. Put him back in the reserve.
And if you want, you can just move where you just put the zombie.
You can move just where you put the zombie. I missed a very important ruling. If there is more than 2 zombies in a space, like this, for example, you can't move into that space. And if you're in that space when 3 zombies come out, you've got to get out of there quick. Otherwise, you'll get eaten alive. So, yeah, when the zombies start to pile up, that can prove problematic for our game. We've got a purple. I'm going to move here. I might move forward to defeat that zombie, and that's going to push us this way to try and lock this gate up here. What do you think? Sounds good? All right, let's do it. A blank. A blank die. No zombies coming out. You're going to defeat... Oh, she fell over. You defeat her, take her out of the game, or put her in the reserve. That's it. And we are 1 move away from locking our first gate.
And sometimes when you just knock your hand over the person, it just knocks over.
That's it. Oh, red. Okay, in the middle room. I'm going to leave that zombie there. Move here. Now, when you... the rule book strictly states that when you complete an area and you're both in the same area to lock the gate, you have to high five. So high five. There we go. Shouldn't be doing that with people you don't know at the moment. Obviously, we'll put a lock token on there, and we are 1/4 of the way there. Yeah. Charlotte, it is your turn.
Okay.
Yes, Michael, I can see that comment. Thank you very much. There we go. And we've got 2 in the red. Where are you going to move, kiddo? Uh-oh, here comes the dog. Because it's live. That's what happens. Where are you going to move, kiddo? You rolled a red. You're here. So you can move here. There you go. Just move into the green room. You can only move 1 space at a time. All right, here we go. Forgive the dog barking, folks. Oh, blank. Yes, winning.
We can just move there and then we can both go up.
Well, do you want me to follow you around so we can go around?
Yeah.
All right, so I'm going to duck in here with you because I'm a scaredy cat. This guy's, I don't know, I'm always this guy with the super soaker. I don't know why. Your turn. Roll the dice. Let's do it. Oh, red again. Oh, okay, that's bad. That's very bad. Pop him in there. Okay, so now being a red room, we can't go in to remove these. If you've got 2 zombies in a space, when you move in, you can actually take out the 2 zombies on one turn, maximum of 2 zombies. So now there's 3 there. We can't use this to get across to the other side of the board. We're going to have to go the long way. And it also means we can't get rid of these zombies, which means we're 3 down in reserve. This could be over very quickly. We'll see what happens. All right, my turn. Hopefully I don't roll red anymore. We need to roll every color except red or just a lot of blanks. Green, that's where we are. That's okay. I'm going to move out here, Charlotte, and put that zombie back in the reserve. Last game, what happened?
So me and Daddy rolled 2. So I rolled a blank and Daddy rolled a blank, and next turn we kept rolling blanks.
Yeah, we rolled about 6 or 7 blanks on the trot, and it was able to help us finish the game. And because we were playing further along in the campaign, there was a lot more going on than what you see here, which is, well, no spoilers. We won't spoil it for you. Charlotte, did you roll? Go for it. Just roll a blank. No, we don't want you to roll a red. No,
I'm sorry.
No, that's okay. That's okay. It's not your fault. The zombies apocalypse is here. Now, do you want to stay there and defeat that zombie, or do you want to move here and lock a gate? Oh, it's a risk because we don't want to run out of zombies. You've only got 1 left.
If we just
hang on. High five. Good job.
If we just come into there and then we go out there.
We might have to go separate ways to take out the other zombies so that we can, because we've got to avoid this one, and we go from here. The good news is, if there's an extra zombie that goes into here and we win the game, we would have completed a mission. Because in the book, in the zombie survival guide, there's actually a series of missions that you can complete as well, like achievements. Win a game with 2 players, win a game with 3 players, etc. The other side of the board, which is designed for 3 to 4 players, is harder to move around through. The little openings here don't exist. So it's harder to win as 2 players on that board.
So we can move from there into there?
Well, we'll see. If I roll a red and we win and there's more than 4 zombies here, we'll get a trophy. We'll get an achievement. But we'll see how we go. I'm going to move here and defeat him. There we go. We've still got a zombie in reserve. As long as there's 1 reserve, we still have 1 more turn. Oh, someone else just joined us. Hello. Here you go. Oh, you just rolled a red. No. Where do you want to move? Do you want to move here and take this one out? Yeah,
Yes.
Yeah, go around. You should go around that way. So sort of slowly work your way around that way, and I'll come around this side. Oh my goodness, here we go. We're in trouble. Yellow, that's where I am. I am going to sneak out here and quickly defeat that zombie, because at least then I'll put 1 in reserve.
Daddy, you have to move because
I'm going to come back around this way. That's okay. We'll see how we go. Oh, blank! Yes! Blank is good. That's what we want. You're going to move around. Actually, you can come through here. You can defeat this one.
Or I can just go through there.
Well, it's up to you, but if you go this way, you're closer to getting this zombie, which is putting him in reserve, or you can come in here and defeat this one now, and then you're 1 space away. So ideally, I want to roll a blank as much as possible. Yes! Rolled a blank again. Good. I'm going to stay where I am, because if you move out here, we get to lock the gate. All right?
Yeah, and then we
just don't roll red. Don't roll red. Purple is good. Purple is good. Purple is good. Now move out there. High five. Good job. Put the lock on. We are nearly there. We are nearly there, and we've got 1 zombie in reserve. Hopefully we can get through this as well. I did not expect us to have a chance at completing a mission, but we'll take it. Green. Where should we do? Should I go this way or around here? This way? This way?
Daddy.
Which way? Which way? I'm almost tempted to go this way to pick up this one on the way through. What do you think? Yeah? All right, your turn. Go for it.
Daddy, I might roll a zombie.
Don't roll a zombie. Yes, we rolled a blank. We live again. Okay, so just to be clear, if Charlotte had rolled a zombie, we would have lost the game because we didn't have zombies in reserve. So we are skating on incredibly thin ice here. Oh, and look, the person who with the worst dice rolls in history. That's the die. So I need to roll a blank. Otherwise, we lose. And that's not going to end well.
Big.
All right, wish me luck, everybody. Wish me luck. Fingers crossed. Fingers and toes crossed. Here we go. And I roll a zombie because I suck at die rolls, and we just lost the game. So we are well and truly getting munched on right now. But it's okay. Hang on, we don't want to show everyone secrets. Let me get a sticker. Let me get a sticker. Okay, grab a sticker. We're going to keep it secret. And that's how Zombie Kids works initially. Obviously, as the game evolves over time, you've got these other legacy games, Pandemic Legacy, Seafall, Risk, all these games that play and campaigns change over time. This one is something that's designed for obviously junior gamers. That's why we love it so much. But the best part about it is that when things evolve, they're easy enough to understand so that the kids can appreciate what's happening too. We have played a game of this with Blair. Blair, for those of you who don't know, is our 22-month-old child, and she just likes to roll the dice because it makes a noise. So with that in mind, yeah, you can have up here so everyone can see. We're sticking on the brain token on the thing. Hang on, turn it around. Yeah, I'll put it up here. So we'll just do this so people can't see what's happening here. And we will put the brain token on. And when you get enough brain tokens to get across here, you'll unlock the next envelope, which for us is number 5. And it looks like, if I can find it,
it's right under our buttons.
This one here is number 5. So obviously we won't open that because it'll give away some secrets. Some of the envelopes are different sizes. For example, number 6 is this big. And some of the envelopes have had rules changes, adjustments, things like that as well. All right, we are going to pop this aside for 1 second. We are going to, I'm just going to lift this one up here so you can see us again. There we go. Hello, everybody. So there you go, Zombie Kids playthrough. That is the basic bare bones game, obviously being not quite halfway through the full campaign yet. There's a lot more involved when we play games, but you can chop and choose those rules. You don't have to play them once you've unlocked them. You can make sure you can just play with the base bare bones rules if you want to. But I have to say, as far as rules changes goes, the contents of the envelopes, it's pretty exciting, isn't it? Yeah? Is it good fun? Yeah. Okay, we like Zombie Kids. We'll be playing that again later today, I'm pretty sure. Yes. It's one of these games you can get, as I said, 3 or 4 games. And that was pretty quick. That was what, 10, maybe 15 minutes tops. So yeah, 5 minutes. Yeah, it would have been longer had I not rolled so badly. Although I rolled better then than I did for Spookies.
Yes.
Okay, cool. All right, we're going to put this one back in here. Let's pack all this up here. We're going to keep, hang on, we've got to keep things secret so not everyone can see what's going on. All right, I'll put that there. We're going to put the secret bits that we don't want everyone to see to the side. There we go. I'm just going to do that so no one can see because it's just out of shot, which is fantastic. Hang on. Look. You're going to fold the board ready. Good job. There you go. And then I'll get you to jump in and help your sister again because she's going snack hunting. Oh, you right?
Yes, I just flipped the board over and then I fell onto the floor.
We lost, so she flipped the board, which is something that happens from time to time. She's got a temper, that's for sure.
Yes, I'm coming.
There we go. Yep, we'll do that in a second. And that is Zombie Kids Evolution. Now, this is the evolution version. There is a base version of Zombie Kids, which is literally just the bare bones that you saw there. Evolution obviously has the legacy elements, fantastic play, lots of replayability because once obviously everything's done, you'll have a completely customized version of the game, which you can play at your leisure, and the instruction manual is something you build over time as well. Very, very cool indeed. Speaking of very, very cool, we promised something a little bit extra special, something a bit more of a surprise, and we've done a lot of stuff for GameLINK Junior, junior gamers, that sort of stuff as well, but we thought we'd do something. It's a little hard for me to do videos for the bigger stuff, heavier stuff. Obviously, with a moment where we all are in the world, the situation in isolation or lockdown or whatever you want to call it with everything going on with coronavirus, it's hard for me to do some heavier games and playthroughs and everything else as well without my little cherubs being involved. And to be honest, I wouldn't want to not do it. Charlotte's getting a bit older, getting a bit wiser. Just be careful with the table. We don't want everyone thinking there's an earthquake here. I personally, and I know my wife is the same thing, we want to involve them in stuff in our lives as much as possible. So with this in mind, hang on, we'll do it in a minute. With this in mind, I'm trying to involve Charlotte in bigger and bolder games. We're playing bigger and bolder things. We play things like Clank together. We play Harry Potter Hogwarts Battle, which is obviously not for her age group, but she understands what's going on, understands the characters, and obviously we've raised her right. And she's clearly wearing a gaming T-shirt today, which is just awesome. So I think there's no real reason for me to not involve her. We will be obviously getting her involved in things like Catan as well. She's played Catan Rivals with me once. Didn't really understand it as much, but loved it all the same, simply because it was the joy of gaming, which is what we're trying to promote. So without further ado, we're going to open something a little bit extra special. We are going to do an unboxing for you. Charlotte, stay here. Stay here.
Okay.
We are going to do an unboxing for you. She's very excited. I got to say, I'm pretty excited too, and you'll understand why. Before we unbox it, we're going to talk a little bit about it first, because not a lot of people know or understand the concept of what this is about. So we're going to get into it.
Yes.
We are going to be unboxing a copy of Marvel Champions, the card game. Those of you who don't know what Marvel Champions, the card game is, this is a game by Fantasy Flight Games. It is one of their living card games. So if you don't know what a living card game is, it's not a trading card game where you would buy packs and boosters and trade cards and battle each other, lots of stuff. This is a complete core game in a box. It's a complete game for 1 to 4 players. You can play it solo. If you are in isolation on your own, this is something you want to consider. Living card games evolve. So not like your legacy games like Zombie Kids Evolution or Pandemic Legacy, where once you get through the campaign, it's done. This game, along with the other living games that Fantasy Flight Games have pretty much got a monopoly on, are constantly evolving. Every quarter of the year, there's a new product that's coming out. There's something else. I actually mentioned it on the Facebook page earlier this week with their first ever campaign mode, which is coming out soon. Apart from anything else, I'm a massive Marvel fan. I'm a comic book nerd, much like the rest of the world as well. And the fact that the art in here on these cards, I mean, it's going to be incredible. I've had a bit of a sneak peek. I haven't played it myself yet. But I will once I've got this open. And we'll probably potentially do a live playthrough as well, where you'll be able to have a say in the decisions that we make. So without further ado, let's crack this sucker open. I talked before about the different packs that you can get. So you start off with the core set, and then that might be enough. You may also want to evolve your game, because it's only the 5 heroes to choose from in this core box. Black Panther, Iron Man, She-Hulk is in here, Captain Marvel is in here as well, who is one of the greatest superheroes of our modern time and modern age, and someone who, if Charlotte wants to, look up to and worship a superhero, I'd be quite happy if she went after Captain Marvel, because she's one of the greatest. Yes,
I am.
Spider-Man is in here as well. As I said, you can evolve and get hero packs. So the hero packs are things like this. You got Captain America here. Miss Marvel, which is obviously different to Captain Marvel. We've got Thor here as well. We've also got, if we pop those ones down there, so in here, in this core box, there's 3 villains and their scenarios to attack as well. Just come back from the table. She's excited. There's 3 core scenarios there, and they get ever difficult over time. There's also one of the first scenario packs you can get, which was the Green Goblin, so you can take him out and battle him as well. Each villain has their own sort of scheme that they're trying to set up and trying to overtake part of the world, do some dastardly bad things. So you've got to thwart the scheme while also fighting the villain and things as well. There's also Wrecking Crew, which is another one that's come out. And that's got, I think it's got 98 new cards or something in each pack, and they're all interchangeable. You can build and customize your own hero deck with the cards that are in the core boxes, and obviously customize your deck to your play style, and then take the fight to the baddies. One of the things that's really exciting about this that's coming out is, of course, the campaign mode, which is going to be, I think, released the 4th quarter this year, so sometime around October, November, just in time for Christmas. And that is the Rise of Red Skull, and it is 5 new villains, 2 new hero decks, and a whole lot of other cards that are exclusively campaign based. Great for solo play, team play. If you have 2 core sets, you've got more customization options, but ultimately there's enough in this box for 1 to 4 players out of the box. Charlotte wants me to break into it, so let's break into it. Okay, let me grab my trusty pocket knife here.
Yes.
Here we go. Keep it safe. It's all right. It's not going to hurt you. It's going to open.
I'm just
going to be sneaky and tricky.
You know where the plastic goes, on the floor.
The plastic goes where? On the floor, always. It's a little thing we do. Plastic goes to the floor. Okay. Let's open it. There we go. Come on, help me out here. Open it.
Daddy, and then can I put the plastic on the floor?
Plastic on the floor.
Yeah.
Very aggressive. Oh dear. Okay, so we've got the box here. Let's put this to the side.
Daddy,
there. I know. So with the Fantasy Flight stuff, there is always a learn to play, which is pretty much just to take
and the rule book.
And the rules reference as well. So once you understand this, keep this with you when you play, because it'll give you a glossary of information and terms to explain how it all works. The artwork, the artwork on here it's Marvel. It's amazing. It's literally straight out of the comic books. The stuff that's in here is just, I mean, components, how to assemble the dials. That's the one thing this one has that the other LCGs don't have is health markers and tokens, as opposed to health tokens or wound tokens, say Arkham Horror style. There's a lot of stuff in here that's in this book.
There's
in the box, I should say.
There's a different hero.
Who's that? Which hero is that?
Captain
America. That's right. That's it. All right, let's have a look and see what we've got here. Now, when I show you what's in this, you're going to go, why such a big box? I think that more studio would realize, okay, this is why there's a big box. So inside the top of the box here, all the tokens and bits and pieces you need for wheels.
Daddy,
should we open that as well?
Right.
I know.
We're going to open it and just...
I think Charlotte's more excited than I am, which is actually very exciting. I think what's really exciting for me is watching my kids get super excited about stuff and super passionate about the things that I'm passionate about or used to be passionate about. And it ignites or inspires me, I guess, to help them, enjoy those activities and fantasies and everything else as well. Plastic on the floor. Uh-oh. Oh, we've got taken too low. So here we've got the character wheels. So if you pop those out, there's little markers there, holes, and the hero point values for your life total. Obviously, if your life's reduced to 0, you're out, you're knocked out, and you'll have to come back in at a later date.
And I think there's 100 tokens on here.
About 100 tokens on here. So these tokens denote different things here. These are points for wounds, threat level tokens, so other tokens and abilities here.
5 tokens, 1s, 3s, 1s, 1s,
lots
5s,
of tokens in the box.
1s, 3s,
Now this one here, we'll pop that one out. That's the first player marker. So every round you'll have a first player. The first player will change, obviously, as the game goes on. When you're the first player, you are the lead hero, and you will make decisions if a decision needs to be made, such as who's taking damage where, which villain's going to attack what, that sort of stuff. Now, inside the box is, these are the tokens for your dials to assemble.
No, they have little openings.
That's it.
No.
No, I know there's cards, but the box looks relatively empty. And there's a reason for that, and it's because they've been sensible enough to include space in the base box for these packs as well. So as you build your decks, you can actually have dividers that will actually separate all the different packs as you go forward. This box will hold enough, including all of the packs that are released. There's Hulk, there's Black Widow, Doctor Strange is also out too. It won't include the big box, the big deluxe expansion of Red Skull, but I believe there's going to be space in that pack for extra cards as well.
Yeah, and where is going to put the rubbish in the bin?
Either that or eat it. One of them. We hope she doesn't eat it. That's fine.
Don't eat the rubbish.
So we're going to open the packs here. The good thing about these guys is...
Oh no. Here comes the monster.
It's going to get very noisy very quickly. Like I said. I told you it's a live show. All right. Hang on. Hang on 1 second, folks. Come here, Ben.
She just smacked my butt.
Do you want to say hello to everybody?
Come on, boy. Up you go.
Here she is. She's got bed hair. Say hi. Say hello. Hello.
Me.
That's you. Yes, you can see yourself. Now, you say hello to Grandma if she's still watching.
Hello.
Yeah. Hello. There you go. And whoever else is watching as well. Good job. All right. Now we've got the cards. So these are simply like a... Don't work with children and animals. That's right, Michael. Yes, absolutely.
I'll hold it.
So these tokens, if you want to hold them close to the camera, Charlotte, if you can. Oh, Grandma says hello. They are status indicators. So if you are toughened, you're taking less damage. If you're stunned, you're taking more damage, and you can't attack. That sort of stuff as well. So status indicators, different buffs if you're thinking about it in terms of your playing game.
Not all yellow cards. There's purple cards. There's only yellow and purple.
Yeah, that's confused conditions. The different conditions that will help or hinder your hero depending on how you go. We'll pop those ones there. Pop them on top of that bag. Now, in the box comes the 5 pre-built decks for different heroes. So, as I said, there's Black Panther, She-Hulk, Iron Man, Spider-Man, and Captain Marvel, along with other heroes for the villains and things as well. You okay, darling? It's all right. So we've got here some encounter decks, and this is a starter deck for the villain Rhino. Rhino is one of the villains that you will attack or will attack New York or wherever it wants to be set. You're okay?
Yep.
He's fine. Just keep the knife away from the child. You all right?
I want to come up.
Plastic on the floor, please. There we go. Okay. You all right? You want to come around here and stand in the middle? Or you want Blair to be in the middle? You want to be in the middle? There
Yeah,
we go.
but where
Push in
can
the
I
middle.
sit?
No, you can be here. That's fine. You're right. Okay, so we've got here.
I want to sit too.
So the Rhino villain has a couple of different cards involved. We will try and get some close-ups of these. Check out the Facebook page as well. But you can see here the artwork on these is pretty sick. And you've got different schemes and things as well. So this entire deck that we're looking at here is a villain deck for just this character. And they're effectively classified as encounter cards. So there's henchmen and things as well inside here. One of the great things that Fantasy Flight does with these cards, they have a starter deck cover card that has a list of all the cards that need to be in that deck. So if you ever misplace the cards, you can shuffle them all together.
To go at your lap again.
Yes, I know, that's okay. So what we're going to do, you want to come over here?
Yeah, so I can sit down.
You can sit down. Oh, there we go. You're right down there.
Oh, yeah.
Let's swing you in a bit so we're all in the frame. There we go. Oh. And we'll keep the knife away from there. That's a good idea.
Because she might cut her fingers when she gets it.
All right, you want to have a look in there? Let's see. What else we got? What else we got? You want to open that one, Charlotte? Have a look.
There's more of the like yellow cards
That's the encounter card. So who's the other villain on that side? That is... Oh, no, that's a Captain Marvel deck. That's cool. We should have a look at that card because it's awesome. Oh, Spider-Man. There we go. Hang on. I'll see if we can open these up.
Oh, Daddy!
Rhino. That's more Rhino cards, isn't it? So you can make nastier villain decks. There we go.
Oh, and there's a player thing so you know how to do it.
Yep, that's a player reference so you know how the game works. Look at that. We don't need to use the knife. So safety first. Plastic on the floor. Plastic on the floor. So we've got Spider-Man starter deck here. Now, the one thing about this game... it's actually making this very difficult, but she's interested too. Can you tell? With the heroes that you play, your heroes, you are Spider-Man, who's awesome, by the way, and you're also Peter Parker. So when you flip your card to your alter ego side, aka Peter Parker, the villain won't know who you are, therefore can't attack you. So during that phase, the villain will work on their scheme instead and work on the nefarious deeds. However, when you flip yourself over to Spider-Man, the villain knows who you are and will literally come gunning for you. So you better make sure that you've got enough health points and that cards ready to attack.
I need the knife for these two because I want to this one.
Yeah, blue stick on that one just to show it's been counted properly. Okay. What's up? You want to stand up? Do you want to stand up in your chair? Do you want to sit in your seat?
No.
No? Okay, you want to be involved. You stay here. That's all good. Okay. So what have we got there, Charlotte? You got Captain Marvel's deck?
Yes, I got Captain Marvel's deck and Rhino's deck.
All right. Okay, settle down. You want to go down that way? You go.
George Pepper.
What do you want? Do you want another snack? Do you want something else to eat? Yeah. Charlotte, it's all right, darling. Hey. Let's going to get you something else to eat, darling. I told you live. It's all right. Oh, darling. Oh, my goodness. Apologies. So with these decks as well, you've also got the villains that foil those characters as well. Yes, darling. No, she can have one of those bars. So, for example, yeah, that's okay. So with these, you've also got the foils or the villains that counteract your main hero. So in this case, we've got Vulture for Spider-Man in his deck there. So drawing that card obviously provides a negative effect. For Captain Marvel, I'll be interested to see who it is for Captain Marvel, actually. Let's see what we've got here. More plastic on the floor, because that's what happens. The Captain Marvel art is sick. The artwork on these cards is fantastic. I don't know if I can do it justice here. There we go. Yeah. So, do not open until you're ready to start your first game. There we go. We might keep that to the side then. I've probably looked through one of the decks I shouldn't have, but that's okay. And then we've got the other cards here are going to be components for the different villain decks and things as well. So I'll throw that on the floor there. More Rhino cards. The other villains would be people like Claw. who's a foil for
Can I
Black
see?
Panther.
Can I see?
Okay. Yep, there you go. So when Claw attacks, they've got scheme attacks, benefits. They've got different rankings. So the different cards evolve as you play the game as well. But again, it's just, I mean, in terms of if you've never played a Fantasy Flight LCG before, I can highly recommend them because the way they're structured as playthrough, particularly the Arkham Horror series as well, it's always a close game. Always a close game. And that's one thing that's beautiful about all this. Pop that one back in there. What else we got? A Claw. So if you look at the different scenario cards there, they are placed this way and they've got different tokens on them. The number down the bottom, the 3 and the little marker, that's 3 per player. So you need to, if there's 3 tokens, if you've got a 2-player game, you need 6 tokens for it to evolve to the next stage. And obviously you start to lose the game when they advance their scheme. Let's see what else we've got here. Okay, the hardest villain in the game in the base core box, from what I understand, is Ultron. He will take on the fight to most of the Avengers, I should say. And yeah, apparently it's very, very hard. Ramps up the difficulty exponentially. One of the other things that happens in the game with the encounter decks, which we've got that back there, as you play through the game against any villain, depending on how you've set up the deck, you can pull a card that starts a side plot or a side scheme, which then obviously causes more trouble because as you're playing through the game and the villains are fighting you, you might pull out extra villains that are working on that side scheme or other henchmen, and then you'll be fighting multiple battles on multiple fronts. And that's where you've got to really utilize your efforts, combine your efforts to take the fight to the villains, which is awesome. Do you need help with that one, Charlotte?
No.
No, you've got it. She's determined. Strong like Captain Marvel. Strong like superheroes.
It's right. I've got it.
You got it. Good job. Plastic on the floor. Can you get it all out? Yeah. Oh, that's She-Hulk. You all right?
Yep, I can do it.
Okay, no. I'm just